Ukraine's opposition parties have been protesting in Kiev over last month's parliamentary elections. They say the vote was rigged and that former Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko was the victim of a sham trial. Her daughter now hopes a team of lawyers from London will prove her mother's innocence.
An uneasy standoff in the capital, Kiev. Opposition supporters rallied outside the Election Commission headquarters, chanting and shouting at police. Then tensions boiled over. Riot police struggled with the large group, pushing and shoving. A much larger but more subdued crowd had gathered earlier in the day. They claim last week's parliamentary elections were fraudulent and say the delayed vote count is being rigged in favour of pro-government candidates. Buoyed by their supporters outside, Ukraine's united opposition leaders went to the Electoral Commission demanding a recount or a fresh vote. International observers agreed the election was marred by abuse of power and the excessive role of money. President Viktor Yanukovych's chief rival, former Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko, is in prison and was barred from running altogether. But authorities deny the claims of vote rigging and say the opposition is only trying to intimidate election officials.
The Commission says it will hold reruns in 5 of the disputed districts. Boxing champion Vitaly Klitschko, who heads the Udar opposition party, has called for a rerun in the 13 contested constituencies. Otherwise, he says they'll refuse to recognise the election and boycott Parliament. Unlikely, says the governing party of regions, as many candidates will be unwilling to finance another campaign. The Fatherland Party of jailed former Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko has led the calls for a rerun. Our correspondent says the election standoff with the government is a real test for Ukraine's opposition and could show just how united it really is.